Namaste and welcome to Youth TV Show, produced by Today's Youth Asia. Youth TV Show is an attempt to foster the creativity of young minds by providing a platform to address the issues that concerns the society.
Namaste, my name is Westerweel. I'm a chef from the Netherlands and I'm 28 years old.
So what is the average salary of a chef in Europe?
That would differ from country to country. A chef in Europe would not make as much money in Spain, for instance, as in England or the Netherlands or Norway. But I think generally it could range from 80,000 and plus. In the Netherlands it starts at 120,000 rupees, ends at 150. But for an executive chef it starts at 180,000, I guess, and until a lot.
You have worked in a beach hotels to the club. How the food service is different from this place?
In beach hotels you will of course have breakfast, you will have lunch and dinner, banqueting, and all sorts of kind of parties, and so it can range from a lot of different activities. And in clubs you will actually have more sophisticated, luxurious food, sometimes finger food or multiple course dishes. It will be, yeah, like I said, more luxurious, and in a beach hotel it's working harder. In clubs it's more relaxed, people have more time, and yeah, it differs from place. Depends on how many people are arriving on that day, and so on.
Is this your first visit to Nepal, and how has your experience in Nepal been like?
It is my first visit, and it's been a wonderful experience so far. I really like the Nepal people, and yeah, it's been more than excellent.
In our country, the career of a chef is still not considered a full-fledged one. How do you think this thought can be changed?
I think that chefs should find their own drives over here, because at most places you will find the same kinds of food, the momos, the dumplings, sometimes intercontinental food. As chefs would invent their own dishes and their own creativity towards this. They can give a very strong impulse to give a twist to the profession of a chef. Next to that, presentation, make sure that your work is different from that from the neighbors.
How do you think Nepal should be inspired in this field?
First of all, you can only be inspired by your own observations and your own perception. So when you like something about food, then you should go in that direction. People could tell you to cook with potatoes, but if you don't like potatoes, then don't cook with them. Only if, of course, your chef tells you. But next to that, if you like color or some kind of taste, smells, anything that drives you, you can work on that. And with the right knowledge and techniques, you can invent your own dishes, like I said, and find your own drive, your own philosophy in the food as well. And there is a long way in inspiration.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I really don't know. It will be different. I like, for instance, being at this college with young people like yourself. Cooking is nice, and I will do that for a while, and after that I don't know. I have some other plans in my life, for instance more art that I would like to follow, but I don't know. It will be really a surprise to me as well.
How do you think that Nepal can cash in on this opportunity?
Easy. How Nepali people can cash in on this opportunity? Tourism is a booming sector in Nepal at the moment, and it will only probably grow, this sector. You have your 5-star hotels, and as I heard, they actually hire foreign people, like Indian people, and this is of course ridiculous. I think that Nepali people and young chefs should be inspired and find the knowledge and strength and power to in the end own those positions, because they are very well paid jobs, and it's almost a shame that other people are having these jobs. So I think that Nepali people should of course occupy these positions, and from that point on, if they have such a position for a couple of years, they would be very well able to own up their own restaurants and make a lot of cash, hire a lot of people, servers, inspire other young chefs, and so on and so on. So it's like a snowball effect. There has to be only one who does this, and only one who inspires people, and then yeah, I think that Nepal can cash a lot on this.
In this opportunity, like in doing the work in the international level also and in national level also? from in national level and from international level that Nepal can catch on this opportunity, right?
Why not?
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah, if you're all inspired enough, you should.
How you see the future in culinary art?
Future in culinary arts, it will be constantly changing. People nowadays, for instance in Europe, there are things called trend or food setting and food styling, food spotting, all these kind of things. Culinary arts will change with the people. For instance, now you have people with iPhones, and as soon as they see something delicious or which is nice and appealing, they will make a picture of it and they will upload it. So all chefs who make non-good, appealing and bad-looking dishes, they won't get the pictures, and then people will go somewhere else. So presentation is always been important, and I think it will only be more important after that. Fast service, giving in to the demands of the guests, and the culinary arts will and always have been changing with these wishes of guests. So the wishes of the guests will be the culinary arts that chefs have to provide.
What do you think can improve in the field of education of hospitality and cooking?
What can improve? Knowledge. It's always about knowledge. I think that Nepali young people, especially in service and food, and that's why I like my visit to Nepal. They are really nice people. They are really willing to meet the guests and give in to the demands of the guests. They are very forthcoming in this. So only the knowledge and the know-how to give in to all wishes would be the way. So it's knowledge and will, motivation. The more people are willing to do that, the faster and the sooner Nepal will achieve that.
Till now in your career, what has been your most memorable experience?
Fun.
Live with food.
Yeah, fun with colleagues. In some restaurants you will have to work a lot. Sometimes 6 days in a week. Sometimes 10 to 12 hours on a day. Sometimes without breaks. So you will either way make a lot of friends or find out that the kitchen is not your environment, and you will have a lot of fun in the end, because it's quite satisfying to have, like, for instance, 150, 200 people, perfect food, perfect service, 1.5 hour, 2 hours time, and then you are happy, you have your colleagues, everything went wrong, nice, not wrong. And then, those are really good moments. It's satisfaction.
What inspired you to take this field?
Yeah, that's strange, because I pretty much ended up in kitchens just doing a job. And I had a lot of chefs, and they were really good at that job. And those people, they inspired me, because making a sandwich is easy, or frying something, or stuff like that, but some chefs, they really had their own philosophy and drive and wishes how they want to prepare that food, and I had a lot of respect for that, and that inspired me a lot.
What do you like to say to the youth who plan to make a career in food and hospitality?
Good luck. And it will be a nice representation of yourself, because hospitality and food and everything around that, it's pretty much the more of your soul or your heart you are able to put in your work, the more response you will get from the guests. If you have a very nice smile and very willing to help people, people will be thankful. And if you have this thing, it builds. It's great. So
today we are going to prepare risotto rice, creamy risotto rice, with some grilled Mediterranean vegetable, that is zucchini, and we have yellow bell pepper or paprika. Then after, some goat cheese topping. And at first we are going to prepare the risotto rice. So for the risotto, we're gonna need the olive oil. Then after, some arborio rice. This is the arborio rice. First of all, let me put some olive oil. Okay, just a little bit of olive oil. Then after, some chopped onion. Just saute the onion in the starting, because if you put the garlic in the first, it gets burned. That's why we are going to put some onions. Then after, we are going to put some celery for the flavor, and saute for a while. The ingredients required for preparing the risotto: chopped onion, garlic, some celery, some green peas, some mushroom. Okay, seasoning, we are going to add some salt and white pepper. Then after, the side dishes as our vegetables and white goat cheese on the topping. Then after, garlic, and saute for a while. Garlic, okay, you can put the mushroom, 2 spoons. That should be enough. Then we are going to put some green peas. Okay. After then, we're gonna need like a cup of arborio rice, which is also called risotto rice. Then after, we have to put this vegetable stock and bring into boil. Okay. Yeah. This should be enough. Cup of rice. And stir it gently. Gently stir on all sides so it doesn't get burned. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Then after, add little bit of seasoning, the salt in the beginning, little bit of white pepper. Don't put the too much seasoning in the beginning, because otherwise if it gets too much salty, then we cannot rectify it. But if you put little bit, then we can add at last. Okay. Just bring into oil. By the way, you can prepare the risotto in other ways, like you can put milk instead of stock, but from the milk which you produce cannot be stored for so long days. But the rice prepared from the stock can be stored for many days. That's why it's better to prepare in the stock. And in the end, we're gonna add some cream, double cream, then after some Parmesan cheese. Now, for sure, just put a little bit of this. Then after, wrap it with silver foil. Okay. We have to marinate these vegetable items. If you can help me, yes, Mr. Asim, yes, then put some salt, some crushed pepper, olive oil, and rosemary. By the way, you can put some rosemary also in the risotto, okay? Just as a flavoring. Salt, crushed pepper, some rosemary, and olive oil. Rosemary should be fine. Okay, if you can mix well these two items. Put some more olive oil, please. cover it in the all sides so that the steam makes it cooked inside it. Okay. The grilled vegetable can be prepared in different ways. If you can put on the griller, then it's also fine. Otherwise, if you can put on the hot pan and just mark it on the two sides, excuse me. Okay, this one. For this, if you need a high heat for this one, I'm going to bring it back here. Put some olive oil, just a little bit. Then after grill onto the both sides to get it nice marks, that should be fine. Okay. Have you put some salt also?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The pan is heated now. If you can put first of all the yellow bell pepper. Okay. Grill on the both sides. You don't need to move your pans because it's not sautéing, it's a grilling. Okay. That should be fine. Just mark on the both sides, okay? Yes. Then after, now you can put some zucchini. Okay. For this you really need the nice thin slices of zucchini. Otherwise you don't get the perfect what you are trying to make it. Okay. So till the time if you can shake your risotto, or if it needs more water then you can add it. Okay. Yes. You need some little bit of water or stock and bring it into boil. Yes. Fine. That should be fine. Okay. Because we have to add the cream at the end also. Okay. Let's cover it. Okay. Clear? Okay. Put some over here. By the way, if it gets cold, then you can put little bit under the salamander also at the end. Okay. Just arrange.
Okay, it's all good right now. So what we will add right now is the cream. Just a little bit more stock. And the Parmesan cheese.
Yes, some Parmesan.
Right on.
Yes.
Then we're gonna stir this. Keep everything liquidy and very creamy, because we don't want the risotto to dry out. That rice, of course, is very nutritious, and if you add cream and substances like Parmesan, you can even make it more nutritious, which is ideal, of course, because nutrition is what we want in food. Some more salt, pepper. Maybe a little bit of garlic, and some people color, because this will in the end cook anyways.
Some parsley at the end.
Yes, parsley and some celery is just
Celery.
there. And the reason why we do the green first is it always looks good on preparation and presentation. I'm sorry. Because if you use a darker color and on top of that a lighter color, it will always come out most beautifully. And there's no need for sauce, because if you would look at the plate, the olive oil still makes it quite mushy and tasty.
So on the base, we already put some grilled zucchini, then after yellow bell pepper on the top, now the creamy risotto on the topping. Okay. Okay, that should be fine. Yes. Then after, if you put some feta cheese, normally you can put white goat cheese also. Okay. Now some greens on the top, any kind, some parsley. Yes. Here you go.
I'll show it to the people.
Yes.
Thank you for being with us. We look forward to your feedback. Our email address is youthTYA@gmail.com. We hope to see you next week at the same time. Have a nice week. Namaste.